Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rhodes is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. We've covered every single WrestleMania match except one. We got one more left to go. And it is the true main event for WrestleMania this year. As we have in one corner, the man that carried the WWE on his back for 10 years. One of the greatest of all time, a 16-time world champion. You got John Cena. In the other corner, you got a man who's currently carrying the WWE on his back. The reigning and defending WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Where do we begin? I guess we begin last year, Money in the Bank, where John Cena made a surprise visit and made the announcement of he was going to retire in 2025. 2025 was going to be his final year in wrestling. So, once that happened, everybody was already coming with it. Like, who's he going to face? What's he going to do? What's going to happen? The first stop on the retirement tour was the Raw on Netflix, where he pretty much reiterated what he said at Money in the Bank, but also said he would be competing in the Royal Rumble. Here we are, advanced to the Royal Rumble, the next time we actually see John Cena. He's at the Royal Rumble. He's actually part of the final two. It was him and it was main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso shocked the world and won the Royal Rumble. So now John Cena doesn't have a path, or still doesn't have a path to WrestleMania. So what's next for John Cena to do? The Elimination Chamber. John Cena at the Royal Rumble press conference says he's entering himself in the Elimination Chamber. No qualifying match, none of that. He says his years of service should grant him an opportunity to be in the Elimination Chamber. So boom, advance to the Elimination Chamber. That's the next time we see him. Part of the final two again. It's him and it's CM Punk. CM Punk has control. Seth Rollins curb stomps Punk. Punk is knocked out. Cena drags him into the middle. Hits him with the STF. Punk passes out. John Cena wins. After the match is done, here comes Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes congratulating Cena on a well-fought victory. Here comes Travis Scott. Still don't know why he was out there to this day. And here comes the final boss. Now, prior to this, The Rock asked, well, he didn't ask, but he told Cody Rhodes he wanted him to be his champion, and he wanted Cody to sell his soul to the final boss. So at that time, so here we are, The Rock wanted Cody's answer. Cody pretty much told him to go F off. Pretty much go fuck yourself. Pretty much. That's exactly what he said. And as Cena was giving him props for telling The Rock off, as I said it before in one of my previous videos, one look, one motion changed the wrestling world as we know it. And one of the biggest, if not the biggest moment in the last 25 years. Yes, I say 25 years. John Cena turned heel. He sold his soul to the final boss. And we'll get to the final boss because we actually do have to we gotta talk about that a little bit, but John Cena turns heel. Shocks the world. Nobody can believe it. So now the only question I had was, what was John Cena going to say his first time being heel? What was it going to be like, you know? Belgium, 2 weeks after. Same music. Same attire. Nothing changed in terms of appearance. Oh, his words definitely were very much different. His mannerisms were much different, and his words were very much different. The reason why we didn't get different music and different attire is because that's what we, the fans, wanted, but John Cena doesn't care about what we want anymore. Essentially, that promo was, for 25 years, he's been in a very toxic relationship. John Cena tried to give us everything that he could, and we just didn't appreciate it. It didn't matter. It didn't matter about what John Cena wanted. It was always what we wanted. And nobody cared about John Cena's feelings. That's pretty much what that was. It was pretty much just John Cena telling us how he just doesn't care about our opinion anymore. He doesn't want to deal with us. So he's, in his words, breaking up with us. And, you know, to be honest, I can see John Cena's point. You know what I'm saying? I can see his point because, you know, in a reality sense, from 2006 to, I want to say 2019. I'm not going to count 2020 because if I'm not mistaken, I believe John Cena only made one appearance in front of the fans before we went into the whole pandemic. So I'm not going to count that. And I'm not going to count 2005 because 2005, he still had way more cheers than boos. They were kind of started booing him in 2005. But 2006 is where, you know, everything was let loose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start from 2006 to 2019 is where John Cena was getting booed damn near out the building. So with that, I understand what John Cena meant because John Cena was a face for that whole time. He never really turned heel. He always did everything for the fans, and the fans kind of just rejected him for it. So that's pretty much what that Belgium promo was. The Scotland promo was pretty much the same thing. It was just pretty much berating the fans, but pretty much he was telling us that he's going to ruin wrestling for us. Wrestling's not going to be fun anymore. Because when he wins the WWE Championship, he's going to ruin it for us. He even mentioned that he may bring back the spinner belt in that promo. So these two promos were kind of just directed towards the fans, directed towards the fan base. So at the time, he wasn't really aiming at Cody. He wasn't talking about Cody. He kind of just, he didn't really care. Like, Cody came out both times and he addressed him, but he never really, Cody just addressed Cena. Cena never addressed him. It wasn't until London where Cena and Cody were really face to face and Cena actually told us how he really feels. And Cena pretty much called Cody mediocre. Pretty much saying just because somebody has something meaningful does not just because somebody has something meaningful doesn't mean the person should have meaning. Pretty much, right? Like he called Cody. He said Cody Rhodes was not a hard worker. He said Cody Rhodes quits. Cody Rhodes was this, Cody Rhodes was that. A lot was happening. I actually should have watched that promo before I did this, so I can kind of give you a better description. But, you know, Cena was cooking here. Cody came back. Cody fought back. Let's be factual. Cody fought back. He fought back. He even said, and this was the last line Cody said. He said, at least the fans never chanted, I can't wrestle. I was like, damn. I was like, bow. You know what I'm saying? Loaded in the chamber, bow, bow, let it off. Then Cena tried to throw a right hand, and then Cody Rhodes hit him with a crossroads. That was the last time we saw from Cena and Cody together. Cena will be on SmackDown this coming Friday, so we'll see what his last words will be. If he says anything, I don't know. But yeah, they only had 3 weeks of promos together, so that's really all it was. Cody had a promo last week on SmackDown about, I guess, the lineage of the WWE title. I didn't really listen to it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not that it was boring. I was just kind of not. I just wasn't there. Like, I was kind of tired, so I was kind of just, at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much what this build really was. Really, just more about Cena being heel and how he felt as a heel. So yeah. So before we break anything more down, the final boss. Why is The Rock not present in this thing? That's the only question I've ever had, because to me, it doesn't make much sense, right? Like, I get it. I read that, The Rock wanted Cody to be heel, and, I get it, but at the same time, it would have been too obvious, because Cody was already given like a little glimpse of, okay, he might turn heel at some point. But then when it happened, it would have been like, oh man, I saw it coming. When John Cena turning heel, you didn't see it coming. So I don't know why The Rock didn't. I don't know what The Rock's whole I don't want Cena being heel thing. I don't know why he was so fixated on Cody being heel. I don't know. But apparently because he didn't get what he wanted, he just backed out of this whole thing. Which is why The Rock was only mentioned one time during the face-offs. And it's when Cody said, who was the one that sold to The Rock? Who sold his soul to The Rock? That was the only time. But my thing is, if John Cena sold his soul to The Rock, what did The Rock say to convince Cena to turn his back on the fans? That's my thing. Like, because in the first promo in Belgium, Cena was like, I was tired of, the fans. I gave y'all a chance. I said this one last time, I was giving y'all a chance, and you blew it, right? So what Cena was pretty much saying was, this has been building up for so long, right? Like, this hatred has been building up for so long that I just got sick and tired and I let it go, right? So if that was the case, then The Rock should have been nowhere near this, right? He should have never... The Rock should have just been away, right? Like John Cena should have just turned heel on his own. The Rock should have had nothing to do with it. But because The Rock played a part in this. He played a part because he wanted to know what Cody's decision was at Elimination Chamber. Because he played that part, now it just looks crazy because The Rock is nowhere to be found. And we still don't know what The Rock's part was in this whole thing. What did he tell Cody? I'm sorry, what did he tell Cena to turn him heel? Like, did he show him something? Like, what was The Rock's part in this? That's the only thing I have a problem with. Why did like The Rock was the reason John Cena turned heel? You know what I'm saying? We don't know why. Rock has not been seen since Elimination Chamber. So you already know he said, "Oh, I don't like these plans of falling back." But this is the other thing, right? When I made my video about John Cena's first promo, Chris Van Vliet took a clip from the interview he had with John Cena, and pretty much said, "Oh, John Cena told us he was turning heel," which kind of speculates, because I believe that interview was what, about 2023, I believe 2023. Yeah, it had to be 2023, right? So if you're telling us that, okay, Cena knew something we didn't, which means that thing was planned for months, that means The Rock had to know this was being planned for months. If that means The Rock had to know something. So if you knew this months prior, you should have took yourself away from the situation from the beginning. But it's just like, nah, let's just go with it. We can create a big moment. I think John Cena turning heel by himself would have been a big moment in itself, because it's John Cena turning heel. The Rock could have just moved away from that whole entire situation. But it's like, oh, well, The Rock just wants camera time. It's like, yo, I don't understand this, bro. It's like, granted, the Elimination Chamber, that moment is still going to be a timeless moment. It's still one of the biggest moments in wrestling history, pretty much, right? It's one of the biggest moments. The problem I just have is what it is like. The Rock played a part, but what was his part? What did he say? What did he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the master plan? Because this sounds like this was planned for months. John Cena kind of made it known it was planned for months. He made it seem, it's like he had these thoughts for months, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna try one more time. If it doesn't work, it's done. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he pretty much said. But that's just my thing, right? Like, I just hate that, right? I spoke too long about it. But here we go. We're talking about two guys who carried the WWE for a period of time. Again, John Cena carried WWE on his back for 10 years. Cody Rhodes has been carrying the WWE on his back for about a year or so now. Both men are front and center. Have been front and center in WWE, right? Yeah, that's all I got. that's all I got, really. There's not much history. I mean, there is history between these two. As Cody Rhodes has said multiple times, and John Cena mentioned in the last promo they did, Cody Rhodes was John Cena's chauffeur at a point, I think 2007, 2008. So Cody and Cena were together for a while. So Cody learned a lot from John Cena. And in a way, you kind of can see it in Cody's promos and his mannerisms a little bit, that he learned a couple things from John Cena. So, I mean, there's history there. Other than that, camera-wise, TV-wise, there's not much history there. I know John Cena along with Batista did beat Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase for the tag titles at some point in 2008. Then Rhodes and DiBiase got him back. There really wasn't no one-on-one program with these two. Even though there could have been. There could have been. There could have been. But that just never material that never just formed into anything. I couldn't even get the word out. But, you know, that never just formed into anything. So this is a proper one-on-one match between these two. I don't even know if they ever faced one-on-one. They probably did, but I just don't remember. But to me, right now, this is their proper one-on-one feud. And it's perfect because Cody Rhodes has leveled up to a point where he's a main eventer. Quite frankly, this is his 4th straight WrestleMania main event. So Cody Rhodes definitely is a main eventer. There's argument there. This is going to be John Cena's first main event since 2007. No, I'm sorry, 2013. I apologize. 2013. This is John Cena's first WrestleMania main event since 2013. What are we talking? 12 years in the making. Believe this is Cena's 6th main event. This is going to be John Cena's 6th WrestleMania main event. This is Cody Rhodes' 4th straight. Now, at the time, I wasn't sure specifically who wins because, again, you can make a case for both. But it looks like as the time draws near and we are only but a couple of days away, it looks more like John Cena will become the WWE champion, which means John Cena will make history as he will have had the most title wins, most world title wins in WWE history. And it will be a spectacle to see when that happens. Now, once that happens, I don't know how long Cena will have the title for. You know, he'll be at Backlash, so he'll defend the title there. Against who? Don't know, not yet. I know there's some speculation of who it can be, but you know me. I don't know until I see it on my TV screen. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know how long Cena's going to have it for, and I don't know who's even going to beat Cena for the title, right? So, again, time will tell. We'll see when that happens. I will be very curious on what happens with Cody Rhodes if he loses the WWE Championship. You know, it actually would be pretty interesting. We'll see actually what Cody is built. Will he get it back before WrestleMania 42? Don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I got John Cena winning. I do. I now can sit here and confidently say I have John Cena winning his 17th world title. He will go to Backlash and defend it. I don't know if he'll be at... When's Backlash? In May? Yeah. No. Yeah, Backlash will be in May. I don't know if they're doing after that. I don't know if we're doing King and Queen of the Ring this year. If we are, then that's interesting because it just depends on what happens. But yeah, that's all I got really for this. Can't wait. Let's get it. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love, support. As always, I will post this on Tuesday. So get ready for that. Go get ready for this. Then begins the next 5 days of uploads. On Wednesday will be the NXT Stand and Deliver predictions. Thursday will be the WrestleMania 41 Night 1 predictions. Friday will be WrestleMania 41 Night 2 predictions. And, of course, Saturday, we'll start with Stand and Deliver. I'll watch that, give my review. Then I think I'll have about 2 hours until WrestleMania Night 1 starts. And then after that, you'll do my review after that. And then Sunday's WrestleMania Night 2. We're going to watch it, then do our review then. Depends what happens on Raw. at the Raw after WrestleMania? Do we get some surprises? Do we get some returns? We'll see. If anything happens, we'll talk about it. And yeah. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?